Don't you dare be sour. Clap for your longest reigning tag champs and feel the power. It's a new day. Yes, it is.
Well, alright everybody, welcome back to another edition here of SmackDown. How are y'all doing? My name is Dominic, of course, and tonight we are kicking it off big, ladies and gentlemen, with the SmackDown Tag Team Titles on the line. It's the New Day, Big E, Xavier Woods, and Kofi Kingston walking down to the ring as we are about to watch a war take place between Big E and Kofi Kingston as they team up against Gallows and Anderson. However, you may be thinking to yourself, wait a minute, the last time we watched the New Day versus the Club, it was Xavier Woods in the ring alongside Big E, not Kofi Kingston. Well, Xavier Woods sort of gave his own explanation to this over on the old Twitter machine. Xavier Woods tweeted out, quote, "Last time the New Day and the Club had a match for the SmackDown Tag Team Titles, Gallows and Anderson decided to focus solely on me before pinning me to take home those titles. I don't want that to happen again. I trust in my friends Kofi Kingston and Big E to win us back those titles tonight." So it seems as though Xavier Woods has decided to step aside here in this match for the tag team titles. Let's see if, unlike Xavier Woods and Big E, let's see if Big E and Kofi Kingston will be able to get the job done here in this massive title rematch to kick off SmackDown. And it should be a hell of an episode of SmackDown, ladies and gentlemen. We've got Drew McIntyre, the Intercontinental Champion, taking on Ricochet. We have got a King of the Ring tournament matchup between two of the very best professional wrestlers on the planet, with Johnny Gargano taking on AJ Styles. We've got Sheamus versus Heath Slater following this one. We've got Candice LeRae versus Shayna Baszler, and I can only assume we're going to have so much more to get through, but we're kicking it off right now in this massive title matchup. Okay, this feud, of course, almost immediately started after WrestleMania, where the Club, Finn Balor, AJ Styles, Luke Gallows, and Carl Anderson were all drafted over to SmackDown, and they immediately made their intentions known. They needed those tag team titles, and as you can tell, the Club finally have them in their possession. So right now we're going to find out if they can keep hold of those titles, or if Kofi Kingston and Big E can regain those oh-so-prestigious championships. As it seems as though Kofi Kingston's going to be kicking it off here with the big man Luke Gallows. And let's get into it. The bell rings. The crowd on their feet. Finn Balor watching on the outside. He's the leader of the Club, of course. It's Xavier Woods, of course, on the outside as well. And Kofi Kingston is now challenging Big LG right now for a battle. He wants the fight. He wants him to get into this matchup. And here we go. Goes for a punch, but immediately gets met with a forearm shot by Kofi Kingston. Kofi Kingston, perhaps one of the most underrated competitors in the history of WWE. And right now, Kofi Kingston looks to showcase that incredible heart, that incredible need to win. As now, he takes him down. Wait a second, goes for the cover here. One. No, only a one count. Immediately trying to go for a massive pinfall victory. As now, Kofi Kingston, once again perhaps, takes him down. 1, 2. And no, only a 2 count there. Kofi Kingston unable to keep the big man down for the 3 count in the early moments of this matchup, as Luke Gallows takes down Kofi Kingston, whipping him into the mat. As now Gallows, Gallows slams him down. Obviously, in this exchange between Kofi Kingston and Luke Gallows. Hold on, 1, 2. No, and only a 2 count. It's Gallows with the power and size advantage. Whereas Kofi Kingston, clearly, he has the athletic and speed advantage. between these two athletes. And there you see Gallows with a cheap shot to take down Big E. Okay, brutal fist right to the jaw, and then a fist to the stomach of Kofi Kingston, trapping him in the corner. And now, oh, wait a second. He tags out to Carl Anderson here. And oh, here we go once again. We've seen this before. Just these brutal punches right to the midsection by both Anderson and Gallows. And now Gallows once again uses his strength. And then a kick for good measure, taking down Kofi Kingston. 1, 2, no, and again, only a 2 count following a barrage of strikes. Oh, and then a massive elbow shot right to the lower spine. And now, oh, wait a second, Carl Anderson, he's not done. Carl Anderson, he is an incredibly ruthless competitor. As you can see right there, the machine gun. Carl Anderson, 1, 2, no, and only a 2 count. Looking to perhaps take the chances of the New Day leaving here tonight as tag team champions, looking to take those, and as the machine gun looks to shoot those chances down, ladies and gentlemen. But right now, it's Kofi Kingston who gets back to his feet. Oh, via the help of Carl Anderson. As now, once again, we've seen this before by Gallows and Anderson. They are an incredible duo because they love to isolate their opponents. Oh, as you can see right there, massive big boot right to the face, right to the skull of Kofi Kingston. And now Gallows intelligently pulls Kofi Kingston away from Big E so he can't make the tag. As right now Gallows decides to pick up Kofi Kingston. And now, just like Carl Anderson a few moments ago, decides to drag Kofi Kingston and again into the turnbuckle, into the corner of, oh god, of the club. As what is this? Oh my god! Anderson and Gallows, my god, just slamming Kofi Kingston into the turnbuckles. You can almost hear Kofi's back cracking following that massive throw. And now, once again, it's Anderson with the signature Too Sweet salute, representing, of course, the rest of the club. However, right now, it's Anderson who picks him back up to his feet. Kofi Kingston, however, he's trying to fight back here. Ducks underneath the chops, however. Oh, does Anderson, but he can't duck that. The punch, the strikes, and here we go. It's now turned to a back and forth brawl. Kofi Kingston perhaps desperately trying to get back into this matchup, but as you can see, it's Carl Anderson who looks to slow down the pace. But Kofi Kingston, he can work a mile a minute, trying to fight back, trying to speed up this matchup perhaps. And off the rebound takes him down with a neck breaker. And Kofi Kingston with the boom drop right there to Anderson. However, he falls to a knee in exhaustion. Kofi Kingston now has given himself an opening. Will he be able to make the tag? He slowly walks over and he does. And the big man, Big E, is now in the battle. Oh, and then a punch to the face by Big E there, taking down Gallows. Carl Anderson goes for a kick, but he misses. And Big E makes him pay for it, launching him across the ring there with a massive belly-to-belly, showcasing that raw power here. And Big E now on fire. He's got something in mind. Oh my god, look at that, just picking up Carl Anderson with one arm, and then he decides to take Gallows back into the ring. As now, Big E, massive punch there, right to the face, and then a knee for good measure, taking him off his feet. As Big E continues here tonight to feel the energy through the crowd, and a massive clothesline into the corner. Oh god, and just smashes his knee right into the face of Gallows. And Gallows has no choice but to roll out as it's Carl Anderson who, god, gets a face full of turnbuckle there. A trifecta of massive slams with his head bouncing off the turnbuckle. And Big E continues this onslaught here. Massive splash. 1, 2, no, only a 2 count. And now Big E, just like that, takes him back down off his feet. As Big E now perhaps waits in the corner, charging himself up here, feeling the energy, feeling the New Day support. As Xavier Woods cheers on the outside. It's Big E now, who once again throws him in the corner, but Carl Anderson now looks to fight back, but now it's again Big E, who once again turns the tide in his favor, launching him across the ring, bouncing him off the turnbuckles, and now sending him into the corner, and a punch right to the stomach, right to the abdomen, and now he makes the tag to Kofi Kingston, and the New Day here tonight are on fire, as he connects with a massive punt kick. And now Kofi Kingston, there you see, fired up here. The New Day claps. However, right now, you heard the clap of the tag as Carl Anderson tags out to Big LG himself. However, Gallows, there you see, with a massive strike. And another one for good measure. And Kofi Kingston, just like that, perhaps getting too caught up in the energy. Perhaps getting too caught up in the moment. Kofi Kingston, however, turns it into Trouble in Paradise. Trouble in Paradise, we've got new tag team champions! 1, 2, no, and only a 2 count there! And there you see Kofi Kingston just dropping to the ground. Unsure of what to do, he hit him with his best shot. And Gallows still kicked out. The Trouble in Paradise, a devastating Trouble in Paradise that has been used to win so many different championships for Kofi Kingston, was not enough here tonight. As Gallows, goes to grab him, but Kofi Kingston expertly kicks him in the stomach to get out of it, but he can't get out of that. As Gallows makes the tag to Carl Anderson, perhaps desperately making that tag to Anderson as he walks back into the ring. However, there you see it's Kofi Kingston who tries to fight back, and then a kick right to the leg by Anderson as Carl takes him down with the Anderson spine buster before sending Big E crashing to the outside. 1, 2, no, and only a 2 count. A massive spine buster by Carl Anderson. But Kofi Kingston still kicks out as he connects with a punch. And then he goes for a chop, but instead gets a chop in response. Okay, this is only the first matchup here tonight on SmackDown, on what should be an action-packed episode. However, right now it's Carl Anderson who continues the fight with a massive boot right to the face. And now a European uppercut to the back of the skull. My God. Big E desperately wants the tag, but it seems as though Kofi Kingston may be out like a light here. As now, Carl Anderson makes the tag to Big LG, but it's Big E now who runs in and immediately takes him down following the hot tag. He takes him down with the belly-to-belly, and then a punch for good measure to Carl Anderson. Finn Balor watching on, Xavier Woods watching on, everybody else is down. It's just the 2 big men and the referee in that ring. And everybody now, this entire arena, is in full support here as he takes him down with another belly-to-belly. And the big man goes for the cover. 1, 2, no, and again only a 2 count. Gallows, he's already taken so much punishment. He's already taken a Trouble in Paradise for Pete's sake. Yet it's Big E who is unable to keep him down for the 3 count. As now he grabs him and sends him down again. A massive belly-to-belly off the rebound. And the massive man known as Big E takes Carl Anderson and brings him back down into the ring. As now, what is this? Big E slams him down again. Middle of the ring goes Gallows. As Anderson looks to get back to his feet. And he does. And he does. But he's not going to like what comes next as the big ending connects. However, you got to remember Carl Anderson is not the legal man as he just gets dumped to the outside. And Big E picks up Gallows. Sends him into the corner. Big E makes the tag to Kofi. And the combination connecting. And the cover. 1, 2, 3. 3, and this one's over. The New Day are once again the proud owners of the SmackDown Tag Team Titles. My God, what a brawl we just saw to kick off this episode of SmackDown. And I'll be perfectly content in saying this. I was absolutely in support of the New Day. I do believe that the club, just like the NWO all those years ago, via, of course, the very intense voice of Vince McMahon, I believe the club is perhaps a poison here in the WWE. Don't tell them I said that. But they have done everything in their right to destroy and to diminish everybody's chances at growth. Okay, they have injured so many people. They have dominated basically every division here in the WWE. And tonight, the New Day, once again, are on top of the tag team division, as they are once again the holders of the tag team titles. And you can see them absolutely enjoying themselves. Okay, sure, they're a bit goofy. Sure, they like to have a lot of fun. However, as you can tell, when it comes to in-ring competition, they are completely serious. However, following only the first matchup of the evening, I want to turn your attention to what's going to be happening later on throughout the course of this episode, as Drew McIntyre, the intense powerhouse, the Scottish psychopath, the Intercontinental Champion, is set to take on SmackDown's newest rising star in Ricochet. But that's not all, as our main event is going to be absolutely unmissable. We have got Johnny Gargano taking on AJ Styles. Okay, I don't need to tell you too much about these guys to let you know that they are two of the very best we have here on SmackDown. And I can't wait to see what happens. However, it seems as though something apparently is happening backstage, and oh. Well, there you see Samoa Joe, the big man himself, and it seems as though he's deciding to head into the office of Edge. I'm not too sure what to make of that. What I do know is that coming up next week, we do have some more in-ring competition, some singles competition, as Heath Slater is set to take on one half of the Bar in Sheamus. And I can't wait to see what happens. Oh, wait a second. Wait just a second. EC3 and Heath Slater, what the hell? What the hell are they doing? EC3 and Heath Slater, this new tag team force here in the WWE, are now looking to take down the Bar, the former champions, as they take them down there. Lifting DDT to Cesaro, 1% to Sheamus, and we're supposed to be having a match right now. We're supposed to be watching as Heath Slater takes on Sheamus in one-on-one competition. But it seems as though now this has turned into an absolute beatdown, an absolute brawl. And I don't think anybody really wanted to see this. As now, it seems as though Heath Slater, as EC3 watches on, it seems as though Heath Slater has decided to just grab Sheamus by that very defining mohawk, as this whole act by EC3 and Heath Slater has become a defining moment, perhaps. If you've never seen these two before, you probably just got a good taste of what they like to do, and that is absolutely dominate, and they love to bend the rules here. As the bell rings, Sheamus and Slater, the match has started, and now there you see Heath Slater deciding to soak in the crowd. Heath Slater, the new employee of EC3. Some still question why the hell Heath Slater even works for EC3, but what I can tell you is this: Heath Slater just took down Sheamus with a massive lifting DDT. 1, 2, 3. And perhaps that's why. Heath Slater finally getting his first victory here on SmackDown. So round of applause for him, but I can't necessarily support what the hell just happened. Okay, I was just talking about how the Club are such a vile and destructive group, and it seems as though Heath Slater and EC3 have also proven to be a vile and disgusting group. Well, Johnny Gargano making a hell of a promise to everybody, saying that he is not turning towards this darkness within him. He's not turning his back on anyone, following, well, what transpired between himself and Aleister Black at the Money in the Bank event. Johnny Gargano, perhaps he felt a bit conflicted. However, tonight it seems as though he's decided to apologize for those actions. However, we're going to find out if he does feel conflicted still, if he does still feel this need to get a bit more violent, to get perhaps a bit more unnecessarily brutal in his match later on tonight against AJ Styles in our main event of the evening. However, speaking of Gargano, let me turn your attention to Candice LeRae, his wife, and of course, Shayna Baszler. Okay, this is a rematch, ladies and gentlemen, following their #1 contenders match for the SmackDown Women's title on the last episode of the Blue Brand. It's Shayna Baszler versus Candice LeRae once again. However, this time, it is not a #1 contenders match. Candice LeRae will be getting her match against Alexa Bliss for the SmackDown Women's title. Of course, the same Alexa Bliss who seemingly alongside Mickie James has decided to come out here in support of Shayna Baszler, perhaps to get a close look at what Baszler or Candice could do. However, of course, Shayna Baszler, she is still pissed off. She perhaps is still furious about the idea that she lost to Candice LeRae via a massive roll-up pinfall victory. And tonight, Baszler wants the rematch. She wants to prove that she is better than Candice. Will she be able to do that? We're going to find out in just a few moments. However, no ifs, buts, or coconuts. It will be Candice LeRae versus Alexa Bliss sometime in the near future for the SmackDown Women's title. However, nonetheless, the bell rings. Candice LeRae, she can't be focusing on Alexa Bliss nor Mickie James on the outside. She has to be focusing on Shayna Baszler. And as you can see, Baszler right out of the gate charges towards her and absolutely tries to demolish, tries to crack the jaw of Candice LeRae with a running knee, and then immediately has her on the ropes, or should I say, on the mat. Oh my god! Shayna's done that same kick to so many other competitors, and she has injured so many other competitors with that brutal kick. trying to break the damn arm of Candice. However, Candice LeRae gets back to her feet, and already she is looking absolutely terrible. But Shayna Baszler now, she doesn't give a damn. Like I said, she wants to prove that she is better than Candice LeRae, and it seems as though she is doing just that by showcasing her domination here, taking down Candice. However, there you see Alexa Bliss immediately picks up her future challenger and throws her back into the ring. As Shayna Baszler continues to just wait for Candice to get back to her feet so she can just take her right back down. Shayna Baszler wants to send a message to everybody here tonight, and right now Candice LeRae is being used as an example. As Shayna Baszler just does not give a shit about her opponent tonight. She does not care in the slightest about Candice LeRae right now. She only cares about beating the hell out of her, but Candice LeRae, wait a second, tries to fight back here, massive forearm strike, and then a kick to the leg, and perhaps this could be her moment here. As she takes her down with the DDT. Roundabout DDT going for the cover here. One. No, not even a one count though on Shayna Baszler. Candice LeRae finally getting in some offense, but now it's Shayna Baszler taking in some offense as well. Beating the hell out of her stomach as Candice gets sent across the ring once again, and now it's Shayna Baszler. Oh my god! Going for the running knee. Instead, the knee gets caught in the turnbuckle, and then she gets taken down. Candice LeRae, I would argue, just like last episode, is the underdog walking into this one. But right now, Shayna Baszler, perhaps on the receiving end of some vicious-looking offense. And now, wait a second, Candice LeRae takes down Shayna Baszler. Perhaps a shout-out to the Guerrero family there. Going for a cover now, 1, 2. No, and only a 2 count. We've seen Candice LeRae use certain maneuvers of other prior top champions here in the WWE before. Okay, she's a very educated young competitor, Candice LeRae is. Okay, she can pull out any maneuver, and she will be able to perform it successfully just like that. And the cover now, 1, 2. No, and only a 2 count. Candice LeRae, of course, is also proven to be a very devastating competitor, utilizing the DDT whenever she can. Okay, she can hit it from out of nowhere. It is her version of an RKO. However, right now, it's Shayna Baszler who perhaps is going for the KO here, taking her down. A massive slam, and now once again, gut-wrench suplex number 2. But will that number 2 lead to a 1, 2, 3? No, it does not. As Shayna Baszler looks down at her opponent, wondering what to do here, and now once again deciding to talk some smack. Deciding to taunt her opponent, waiting for Candice to get back to her feet as Mickie James and Alexa Bliss watch on in support of this onslaught by Shayna. But Candice LeRae, wait a second, Candice out of nowhere hits her! Single knee face buster! Single knee face buster! 1, 2... No, and only a 2 count. That's the very same maneuver that Candice used to defeat Mickie James a few episodes ago. And yet, as Mickie James herself watches on, she also watches as Shayna kicks out and gets back to her feet, looking to continue the fight here against Candice. And there you see a massive forearm as Candice LeRae now decides to drag Shayna Baszler over and launches her to the outside. And Candice LeRae now. Candice LeRae flies to the air and connects the suicide dive DDT combination that we've seen before. As the crowd chants, "This is awesome," following that Candice LeRae signature maneuver. And now there you see Alexa Bliss and Mickie James both almost challenging Candice, who now uses the prone body of Shayna Baszler as a bit of a barricade between herself and Alexa. However, right now, Candice LeRae runs back into the ring. And now, it seems as though Shayna has decided to fight back. trying to will ahead here tonight against her opponent. Bounces off the ropes. Oh, goes for a drop kick. She does. However, instead it's Candice LeRae who gets countered. And now again drops her on the top of her head. Again, the full body weight of Shayna Baszler comes crashing down onto the neck and head of Shayna Baszler. However, it seems as though Candice LeRae perhaps taking her eyes off the prize here. Perhaps it's Alexa Bliss and Mickie James on the outside, deciding to distract her here, and now she taps out as Candice, perhaps, I'm not too sure what just happened. It seemed as though she was getting distracted, perhaps, by Alexa Bliss on the outside. Okay, her head perhaps not fully in the game. I said it in the beginning of the matchup. She had to be completely focused on Shayna Baszler in order to get another victory, but instead, perhaps, just for 1 second, just for one moment, she was focused on Bliss and Mickie James, and that, ladies and gentlemen, is what ended up becoming her downfall. As Candice LeRae loses, she taps out to that woman, Shayna Baszler, and perhaps one could argue that Shayna can now potentially be in line for a title shot. Well, in his first match since WrestleMania, Edge is gonna be in action on the next episode of SmackDown, and against Heath Slater of all people. Okay then. Why not? Why not? Okay, Edge. He entered the Rumble with so many incredible guys. He fought John Cena in the opening match at WrestleMania, and then he's fighting Heath Slater. Take of that what you will. What I do know is that I cannot wait to watch Edge compete once again here on SmackDown for the first time in a quite a long time, baby. However, ladies and gentlemen, it's now time for some more in-ring competition, and this one should be a good one, as Ricochet is set to take on Drew McIntyre. It's Ricochet's speed versus Drew's raw power. And I can't wait to see what happens as Ricochet perhaps realizes how massive of a moment this is for him. If he can somehow defeat Drew McIntyre here tonight, if he can somehow do it, well then maybe he could be in contention for a future Intercontinental Championship shot. However, of course, Drew McIntyre has perhaps another contender on his mind. Because you see, on the last episode of SmackDown, we kicked it off with Drew McIntyre talking to the audience, talking about how he feels as though he's been pushed a little bit down the card ever since winning the Intercontinental title. Hell, he wasn't even on the WrestleMania card. And then, just to make him feel even worse, he had to hear the voice of Finn Balor, the leader of the club, who decided to walk down to the ring, interrupting the Intercontinental Champion, and then proclaiming that he wanted a match with him. And if he, of course Finn Balor in this case, if he were to beat Drew McIntyre, well then, he would want, or he would feel the need to perhaps fight him again for that oh so prestigious Intercontinental title. And the main event match was set. It's Drew McIntyre versus Finn Balor. The winner, of course, ladies and gentlemen, being Finn Balor. And as such, Finn Balor perhaps now has a future chance to become Intercontinental Champion. However, Drew McIntyre, he can't be thinking about Finn Balor. He can't be thinking about the club. He's got to be thinking about Ricochet. Unlike Candice LeRae a few moments ago, Drew McIntyre does not have to deal with his current rival hanging around on the outside of the ring. Right now, it's just him and Ricochet one-on-one. No distractions, no excuses. We're going to find out if McIntyre can do it, or if Ricochet, who has proven to be an incredible competitor here on SmackDown, putting on tremendous matches and defeating the likes of Roman Reigns, as Ricochet has been a non-stop highlight reel. Let's see if he can add a victory over McIntyre to his highlight reel. As now he stares down McIntyre. These two incredible competitors, they know how good the other is. McIntyre looking to showcase his raw power suplex out of nowhere, but it's Ricochet's craftiness that is put on display. Oh, and now his agility as well, making it look so damn easy, flipping around the ring just to taunt his opponent. As now McIntyre, goes for a clothesline, ducking underneath, does Ricochet, who connects with a massive bicycle pump kick. One, no, only a 1 count, however, as McIntyre uses that strength to push off Ricochet, who hits him there with a forearm, and another one for good measure, and a kick to the gut. And now Ricochet, perhaps, he's riding high on all cylinders here. And now he looks to fly, but nobody home! Ricochet looking to kick off this matchup hot. Flying to the outside onto McIntyre, but nobody home. And then, of course, Drew McIntyre uses that power. Oh my god, it launches him around the outside into those steel steps. McIntyre's strength on display. The count of 5 by the ref. These two men know their limit. Okay, if one of them is on the outside by the count of 10, well then that individual loses the matchup. However, it seems as though McIntyre has decided that he does not want this match to end like that. He throws him back into the ring. Once again, picking him up and once again dropping him onto the knee. Stomach first, abdomen first. And McIntyre's not done. Suplex position once again, but this time Ricochet gets out of it. As Ricochet now seems to have something in mind here. Flies off the top and connects with a leaping European uppercut. Springboard connecting. 1. No, and only a 1 count. However, Ricochet, ladies and gentlemen, charges towards him. But instead it's McIntyre who moves out of the way. He goes for a big kick in his own right. But now it's back and forth these two men go. The Intercontinental Champion Drew McIntyre and the high-flying Ricochet. But right now, it's the powerhouse in Drew McIntyre, the Scottish psychopath, the Intercontinental Champion, who is now on the offensive, waiting for him to get up, and now deciding to use his strength, launching him across the ring. And the cover now, off the release suplex. 1, 2, no, and only a 2 count. I would argue the ref perhaps just a tad bit too slow for McIntyre's liking. However, Drew, nonetheless, launches Ricochet again. My God, and Ricochet, he loves to fly around the ring, but I don't think this is exactly what he had in mind. As he goes for perhaps a third one here, a third release suplex. However, now it's Ricochet who gets out of the hold before dropping him down. And the big man gets taken down off his feet, dropped on the top of his head. And Ricochet connects the springboard kick right to the face of McIntyre. And now Ricochet is not done as he takes him down. A very similar move, perhaps I would argue, to Finn Balor's reverse lifting DDT. 1, 2. No, and only a 2 count. Perhaps a shout out to Finn Balor, or perhaps just to play with the psyche of Drew McIntyre, reminding him that he does have to focus on Finn Balor, trying to get his head out of the game here. However, right now, Ricochet, he goes for a strike, and McIntyre perhaps looking to use that Scottish Fury to take him down again. The air raid crash. 1, 2. No, and only a 2 count as Ricochet crashed into the mat. As McIntyre waits for him to get up. Ricochet, he does get back to his feet nonetheless. And now, once again, it's another stalemate. It's another stare down between these two intense competitors. Ricochet now in the corner. McIntyre now. Oh, what the hell? What the hell? Oh my God! The reverse Alabama Slammer. We've seen it before and it looks so brutal every time. 1, 2. No, and only a 2 count. Dropping him on his chest. Dropping him on his face. Dropping him on his stomach. Ricochet is not looking too good. Drew McIntyre is doing a hell of a good job here on SmackDown against the High Flyer, who ducks underneath the clothesline. And Ricochet now. Ricochet, wait a second. Picking him up and taking him down with a kick. Picking him up and taking him down with the kick. And Ricochet, perhaps seeing this. Perhaps looking to call himself the ultimate opportunist. As he sees the opportunity open. Oh my God, though. McIntyre gets the knees up. McIntyre gets the knees up, and that's the thing about the 630. It's incredible when you land it. However, if someone were to counter, it's absolutely devastating as Ricochet gets launched across the ring once again, and Drew McIntyre now has the upper hand. 1, 2, no, and only a 2 count, dropping him on his back. After his back just feels the sharp knees of McIntyre following that high velocity spin of the 630. However, right now the high velocity has turned to a high pressure situation for Ricochet, and McIntyre now sees this as the ultimate opening for him here. Oh, and perhaps now McIntyre, he could be calling for the ending. He goes for the Claymore, but nobody home. Just like Drew McIntyre countered the 630, it's Ricochet who counters the Claymore, picking him up on his shoulders in the fireman's carry position before kicking him right in the side of the skull. And now Ricochet climbs to the top, turns himself around. Oh, and he connects Phoenix Splash. 1, 2, 3, no, and he gets the shoulder up. Both of these competitors have taken so much punishment. Ricochet with a Phoenix Splash. A Phoenix Splash, and McIntyre still somehow kicked out. Ricochet perhaps seeing that 630 as a bit of a risk in that moment, just in case McIntyre were to somehow get the knees up once again. So Ricochet decided to go for the Phoenix Splash instead. However, McIntyre now takes him down face first again. And Drew sees this as an opportunity for that explosive Claymore. 1, 2, 3. Drew McIntyre, the Intercontinental Champion, beats Ricochet. Ricochet, you cannot deny how incredible of a competitor he is. However, nonetheless, Ricochet, he still could not get the job done here. Drew McIntyre has proven to be a tremendous superstar in his own right, and he proved it once again here tonight. Ricochet's athleticism was just not enough for the power, for the strength, and for the heart of our Intercontinental Champion. And there you see him. The Scottish psychopath. That man, Drew McIntyre, looks to celebrate this massive victory here. After going one-on-one, after going toe-to-toe against Ricochet. And as McIntyre... What the... Well, okay, well then I'll put a pin in whatever I was about to say. Samoa Joe, we saw him earlier on tonight, walking into the office of Edge. It seems that man gets interrupted by everybody here on SmackDown. Samoa Joe, however, there you see, has decided to come out here after the celebration, after the fight between Ricochet and McIntyre, and now it's Ricochet who feels the fists of fury by the big man Samoa Joe. Of course, Ricochet hit that 630 off the ladder during the Money in the Bank ladder match. But I don't think he was expecting this as a repercussion in Samoa Joe. And you can hear the crowd booing the actions of the former top champion, Samoa Joe, taking down Ricochet with a horrific muscle buster. I don't know what the hell he was trying to say, but it seems as though Samoa Joe has sent some sort of a message. However, I do want to turn your attention, following that disgusting attack, I want to turn your attention over to what's going to be happening on the next episode of SmackDown. Of course, I mentioned it before. Heath Slater versus Edge. It's Edge's first match since WrestleMania, and I can't wait to see what happens. However, that's not all, as that man, Seth Rollins, the Beast Slayer, the King Slayer, whatever you want to call him, following his hiatus, has decided to make his return here on the next episode of SmackDown. What is he going to have to say? You're going to have to find out, as Rollins is ready to come back to the blue brand. Well then. Okay. Well, Aleister Black talking about the importance of that oh-so-prestigious WWE title, the same title that he fought against Johnny Gargano for at the Money in the Bank event. And it seems as though now Aleister Black may have a much darker competitor, a much darker monster to deal with, as Abby has decided to turn her attention to Aleister Black and the WWE title. Well, either way, ladies and gentlemen, it's now time for our main event of the evening. After a bombshell episode full of massive announcements and non-stop action, it's now time for what could end up being the best match we've seen on SmackDown in quite a while. And I know, that's a bold thing to say, and the match hasn't even begun. But just judging these two competitors, ladies and gentlemen, just judging by what they can do, I can almost guarantee you that this is going to be something you're going to want to see. As the King of the Ring tournament continues on, Shinsuke Nakamura beat Pete Dunne on a recent episode of Raw. Now, Johnny Gargano and AJ Styles both look to battle and move ahead in this King of the Ring tournament. Okay, only one of these two competitors will be competing at the King of the Ring event in this tournament. Rey Mysterio, Kyle O'Reilly, Big E, and Andrade Cien Almas, all of those competitors will have to wait for a future date to battle so that they can see if they earn themselves a shot at being on that King of the Ring card in the semifinals and hell, maybe even in the finals themselves. But right now, we're going to watch as that man, AJ Styles, in his first match since joining SmackDown alongside everybody else in the club, is looking to do battle. Johnny Gargano watching on, AJ Styles doing the very same thing. Just looking at each other eye to eye here. Finn Balor on the outside, just like how he was earlier on. However, Finn Balor, he watched as his fellow club members, Gallows and Anderson, lost to the New Day. Will AJ Styles suffer a similar loss here tonight? We're going to find out in just a few moments. That's Johnny Gargano and AJ Styles. Here we go, locking it up in the middle of the ring. These two are perhaps two of the greatest technical wrestlers we have here on SmackDown. Arguably two of the best we may have ever seen here on SmackDown. Okay, I do not make it a secret my absolute love for Johnny Gargano. He is, in my opinion, one of the best we've ever seen. And while I also truly believe that AJ Styles is one of the best we've ever seen, some would, make comparisons to the great Shawn Michaels when talking about AJ Styles, and that's for a good reason. They are both impeccable in that ring. However, AJ Styles, I do not like this new attitude he has created for himself since joining the club, funnily enough, at the last King of the Ring event. But right now, it's AJ Styles and Gargano staring each other down. Eye to eye here. Both men realize how big this matchup is. The winner of the King of the Ring tournament... Oh, wait a second. AJ Styles takes him down. Massive DDT. Only a one count. The winner of the King of the Ring tournament will get a shot at either the WWE or Universal title at SummerSlam. And both men understand how important that title is, whether they choose the Universal or WWE Championship. However, right now, it's AJ Styles and Johnny Gargano both battling here on SmackDown. Oh, with a back elbow there connecting. And now, wait a second. AJ decides now. Here we go. AJ's got him in the armbar. And you're going to perhaps be seeing a lot of strikes and a lot of submission holds during this matchup. As I mentioned before, these two are tremendous technical wrestlers. However, of course, they're also not afraid to fly high. They're also not afraid to do basically anything in that ring. They are all-around tremendous performers, and it seems as though Johnny Gargano right now has got AJ Styles here. He's got him in a submission hold of his own, trying to tap out the Phenomenal One, trying to tap him out right in front of the leader of the club, Finn Balor. But AJ, with a massive punch to the top of the head, gets out of it. As Gargano now, not looking too good. However, he gets out of that suplex nonetheless. He waits for him with a massive punch right to the face. A very quick punch, but then a forearm and a few strikes, and the combination by AJ Styles continues on, ducking the punch from Gargano to hit him with the Pele kick. Okay, Johnny Gargano, he spoke earlier tonight about his current mental state when it comes to competing here in the WWE. He does not want to turn his back on anybody. However, here's the thing. He just turned his back on AJ Styles, and that's not a very intelligent thing to do, okay? Because as Johnny Gargano was standing there back turned, it was AJ Styles who decided to take advantage, dropping him on his knee. And now it's AJ Styles here in this massive main event, shooting down Johnny Gargano. Okay, the symbolism has been made very clear. He will shoot down Gargano's chances. He will make sure Gargano cannot leave here tonight with the victory, but Gargano looking to steal it anyways. 1, 2, no, and only a 2 count. Massive DDT connecting. Slingshot over the top DDT, picture perfect. However, right now, Johnny Gargano has to continue, and another DDT as well. Quite like Candice LeRae, his wife from earlier on. He's an incredible competitor who has mastered that DDT, being able to hit it out of nowhere. And right now, Johnny Gargano has once again decided to re-control the pace. Okay, he can go from a high-paced, fast matchup to a very slow and technical one at the blink of an eye, as AJ Styles can do the very same thing, charging towards him, taking him down with a massive lariat. As Johnny Gargano is not looking too good, AJ Styles now once again looks to take advantage. And now here we go, looking to tap him out once again. Will he be able to make Gargano submit? Will he be able to make Johnny Gargano, Johnny Wrestling, the man with the never say die attitude, be able to give up? But Johnny Gargano gets out of it nonetheless. However, you gotta think Gargano's not looking too good, not feeling too good following those submission holds. There's been a very technical and back and forth matchup thus far here, as AJ Styles once again controls the pace. Launching him across the ring with the Irish Whip, ducks underneath the strike, and now, oh! Perhaps playing with him psychologically there before taking him down physically. And now a massive knee strike right to the face of Gargano, and AJ Styles now once again in complete control here, looking to dismantle his opponent, and now going after the leg, going after every single body part here during this matchup. Does AJ Styles, trying to find a weak point as he just hits him over and over again, right in the leg, right in the knee, with that sharp elbow by AJ. As AJ Styles now waits for Gargano to get back to his feet, and he does. Here in this massive main event. Oh, but there you see, he flips out of the back suplex predicament. He flips out of it, but AJ Styles just too quick for Johnny Gargano as he continues the onslaught. Hits him with the Irish Whip, launching him into the corner. A big slap right to the chest. A big old smack echoing throughout the arena, and another one for good measure, this time so intense that Johnny Gargano falls down off his feet. 1, 2, no, and only a 2 count again. Gargano, he has promised not to turn to the dark side. He's promised not to turn his back on anybody. However, right now, AJ Styles is making him pay for it, because Johnny Gargano, he promises not to become this ruthless and vindictive competitor. However, right now, it's AJ's ruthlessness that takes Johnny Gargano back off his feet once again. This time now, he's got him in the calf killer. He's got him in the calf crusher. And right now, Johnny Wrestling ain't looking so good. Right now, Johnny Wrestling needs to somehow out-wrestle perhaps one of the best wrestlers of the last 2 decades in AJ Styles, and Gargano gets out of that hold, but you gotta think now his leg must be in a severe amount of pain, just like every other body part that AJ Styles has decided to focus on, and that is, of course, in case you haven't been paying attention, every single body part thus far. As Gargano, his entire body aches here tonight. And AJ Styles, once again, looks to continue the punishment Massive DDT, using the top rope to his advantage. And now looking to taunt the crowd here. AJ Styles. Oh, instead of perhaps setting up a phenomenal forearm, AJ Styles decides, you know what? No, I want to punish him even more. Okay, I believe AJ Styles, just like everybody else in that SmackDown locker room, knows how hard Johnny Gargano will fight. How much he will fight. How he will not give up at all, no matter the circumstance. And AJ Styles recognizes that will, that determination, that need for a victory in Johnny Gargano. It's the same need that AJ Styles has. However, right now, AJ Styles has him in the headlock, and Gargano is not looking too good here tonight. AJ Styles continuously trying to wear down Gargano, but wait a second. Gargano battling from underneath, perhaps. Getting out of the headlock, and he connects there. And another takedown. And now, Johnny Gargano connecting with a massive kick. With a massive kick, AJ finds himself leaning against the corner. And now perhaps he's about to get sent into the middle turnbuckle with a lawn dart. Face first goes AJ and Johnny Gargano now. 1, 2. No, and only a 2 count. Finally seeing an opportunity to fight back. And to finally make a bit of a comeback. And AJ Styles gets the shoulder up. As Johnny Gargano now, he wants AJ to get back to his feet as he waits patiently for him, and he does. Oh, he goes for a punch. However, it's AJ Styles with a strike back. Oh, going for perhaps a collar and elbow tie-up, perhaps. Trying to once again control the pace does AJ. However, right now, Johnny Gargano and AJ Styles are going back and forth here in this absolute dream matchup. The chops to the chest. The sweat bouncing off of their bodies here as it pours out due to the exhaustion. However, right now, Gargano, he's got AJ Styles on the ropes as he launches him to the outside, and AJ Styles perhaps finally thankful that he's getting some breathing room, but it seems as though Gargano perhaps has something in mind as he connects with the suicide dive. And the suicide dive connecting. And Johnny Gargano continues. The count of 2 by the ref. But will it be the 3 count? That gives Johnny Gargano the victory. Oh, wait a second. Gargano instead, he wants AJ Styles back to his feet. And he obliges. As he connects him with the spear. 1, 2. No, and only a 2 count again. Gargano connecting with the massive spear through the ropes. AJ Styles, however, gets back to his feet following the kick out, following the suicide dive, following the lawn dart, following all this action. Neither man willing to quit here. This is a King of the Ring tournament matchup, and they both know how important that tournament is. They both know how important the King of the Ring pay-per-view is, especially all 4 members of the club. Finn Balor creating the club off the back of his King of the Ring victory. Okay, AJ Styles joining the club at last year's event. Wait a second. Going for a cover here. 1, 2. No, and only a 2 count, trying to desperately earn himself a victory. And AJ Styles now. Oh, God. AJ Styles has got him here. Ushi connecting. And now AJ with the cover. 1, 2. No, and again, only a 2 count. It's that never say die attitude of Johnny Gargano versus that killer instinct of AJ Styles. He had him in the fireman's carry position, and he dropped him down onto the back of his head, onto the knee of AJ. However, Gargano gets back to his feet. He grabs him. Oh, wait a second. AJ Styles stomps on the foot. AJ Styles gets out of that predicament. As now Gargano looks to get back to his feet, and he does. He bounces off the ropes, off the Irish whip, and AJ Styles now whips him into the mat with a neck breaker. And AJ, with Finn Balor in support, goes to the outside. He wants Gargano up. No, wait a second. Oh, there you see. Perhaps he's setting it up. Perhaps he's setting it up. Phenomenal forearm connecting. And the cover. 1, 2, 3. No, and he kicks out. Johnny Gargano kicks out of the phenomenal forearm, and everybody in this arena has come unglued. AJ Styles cannot believe it. I can't believe it. I don't even know if Gargano can believe it. I don't even know if he knows where he is right now. The massive phenomenal forearm. Oh, ducks underneath the clothesline, however, does Johnny. Ducks underneath the clothesline. And Gargano. Wait a second, Gargano. Gargano with the Gargano escape. Gargano with the Gargano escape here. Trying to tap him out. Trying to tap him out. Trying to tap him out here. He's got him in the middle of the ring. Nowhere to go. AJ Styles, he's stuck in the hold. He's stuck in the hold. Oh, wait a second. Wait a second. Gargano. Unable to keep him down. AJ Styles, however, following that Gargano escape, must be in a lot of pain. Johnny Gargano, following the phenomenal forearm by the phenomenal one, must be in a lot of pain. But both men are still battling. AJ Styles now has him. Oh, God. AJ Styles connecting off the top. And a massive slam. 1, 2. No, and only a 2 count. Massive Frankensteiner off the top turnbuckle. And Johnny Gargano still kicks out. What is it gonna take? I have no idea. What is it gonna take? Perhaps this as he turns him around. Johnny Gargano. Full Nelson slam. And a DIY super kick by Gargano! And Johnny Gargano now, following the super kick. 1, 2, 3, is going to the King of the Ring pay-per-view. My God. Gargano, he promised that he was going to end up back in that title hunt the right way, not by doing any cheap shots. Not by stealing any victories, but by earning it. And following that massive victory, he is one step closer to earning himself a shot at either the WWE or a Universal title. Well, ladies and gentlemen, as Johnny Gargano celebrates this massive victory, as AJ Styles lays there unconscious, as Finn Balor watches on at Gargano's success, I want to thank each and every one of you for watching this massive episode of SmackDown, and I hope to see you next time. Good night, everybody.